Hello and welcome to Rumbo al inglés. You're here with Alberto Alonso and the young, funny, interesting, sweet, charming, bubbly Raquel del Rio. Hello, Raquel. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Raquel. I'm doing very, very well. As usual, when I'm with you, I'm always happy. Why do you make me so happy, Raquel? What's your secret?
I don't know. Haven't got a secret.
I don't know what it is. You have this effect on people, possibly. You have this effect because maybe it's contagious or something. Because you have maybe a big smile. Maybe it causes me to smile. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's true. I'm very happy to be here. Are you happy to be here today?
I'm happy to be here, of course.
Okay, great, great. Ask them if they're happy to be here. The people at home.
Are they happy?
Ask them. I don't know.
Are you happy to be here today?
Okay, we'll wait for an answer. Yep, I heard a yes. You're happy to be here too. Well, great. That makes 3,000 or 10,000 of us. Okay? Very good. Well, Raquel, when I introduced you with my usual list of adjectives, and I'm running out of adjectives, what does this mean, Raquel? To run out of something.
Quedarse sin.
Yes, quedarse sin. So how do you say, me quedé sin batería?
I ran out of battery.
Yes, to run out of is agotar una cantidad de tal cosa, okay? To run out of, okay? I hope you're not running out of patience with me.
No.
Okay, all right, very good, Raquel. Now, what is this adjective? I gave you a new adjective today, which I'm not sure if you've heard it before or not, but the adjective is bubbly. Now, it comes from the word bubble. What is a bubble?
Burbujas.
Yes, a burbuja. Yes, did you blow bubbles when you were a child? Did you
I don't remember.
You don't remember? You don't remember?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Blow bubbles.
Yes.
To blow bubbles.
Yes.
Did you blow bubbles when
Yes,
you were a
I
child?
did.
Yeah. Ask me if I remember blowing bubbles when I was
Do
a child.
you remember blowing? Do you remember blowing bubbles?
It's almost like a tongue twister. Do you remember blowing bubbles when you were a kid? Say it 5 times fast. No. One more time. Ask me.
One more time.
Yeah.
Do you remember blowing bubbles when you were a kid?
Yes, I remember blowing bubbles a lot when I was a kid. It was a lot of fun, yeah. Did you remember blowing bubbles when you were a kid? I hope so, because it's one of the very simple but fun memories we had as children, right? Children are sometimes intrigued by the most interesting or not so interesting things, right? But when we get older, we forget about these little simple things, yeah? Why do you think so, Raquel? Why do you think we forget about these simple pleasures in life?
Oof. Who knows? Because we are busy with other things.
That's it. You took the words out of my mouth because we're always working and worrying about everyone's favorite word, the mortgage. The mortgage, yeah. Everybody loves that word. I'm being sarcastic. Nobody loves the word, okay? All right, well, Raquel, what does this mean then? So bubble is burbuja. What does someone with a bubbly personality, what does this mean? A person with a bubbly personality.
Una persona muy contenta, muy alegre, que anima a los demás.
Absolutely. Good, good. You got it. Did you know this or did you just get it from the context?
I think I knew it.
Okay, you knew it. Very good. Yeah, it's someone who is full of energy, full of life. Someone who is easy to get along with. What is this? To get along with. You know?
Llevarse bien.
Yeah, someone who gets along with people very easily. Someone with a very lively personality. And this is you. That's how you knew it. You knew it because I was describing you. Okay. All right, Raquel, I have a question for you. What am I doing?
You're pointing out at something.
No, I'm pointing at the people at home. I am pointing at you. Okay, what am I doing? Go ahead, tell them.
You're pointing at them.
I am pointing at you. Now remember, usually when something is directed, we use the preposition at. I'm looking at you. I'm laughing at you. I'm pointing at you. Well, the reason I bring up is mencionar. The reason I bring up this word to point is we're going to look at this today. We're going to look at something with the construction point. Okay, now, there's another expression that comes from this too. How do you say vaya al grano?
Go to the point.
Yeah. Give yourself 5 points. Give yourself 5 points too if you got it correctly. Get to the point or go to the point. Vaya al grano. Okay, ¿cuál es el grano? What's the point? What's the point? Okay, this is what we would say. Also, another thing is the bottom line. The bottom line. What is the bottom line? The main idea. Okay, the main idea. So just tell me to get to the point already. Tell me to get to the point.
Go to the point, Alberto.
Okay, I'm going to get to the point. Now, before though, you said something, you said to point out at. Point out is something different. Raquel, ask me what I'm going to point out today.
What are you going to point out today?
Yes. Now, to point out, not to be confused with to point at. To point out is destacar. If you think about it, I'm going to point out a few different things, okay? So today I'm going to point out, let me use it in context, and then you tell me if you understand what I'm saying, okay? Sometimes I feel like there is no point in telling my students to study because I feel like it falls on deaf ears, or it goes in one ear and out the other. Now, what does this mean? I feel like there's no point in telling my students to study sometimes. What does this mean?
It means that it is useless.
Yes.
The fact I'm telling you to do this or to learn that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. There is no point in, plus the verb in the gerund, the ing. There is no point in yelling. There is no point in speaking to her because she doesn't listen. Okay. Now this is no sirve de nada. No sirve de nada. There is no point in, plus the verb in ing. Okay. Did you know this expression before? Great. She's great. Did you know this expression? If you did, give yourself 5 points. Give yourself another 5 points. Today, I'm very generous with the points. Okay, ask me why I'm so generous with the points today.
Why are you so generous with the points today?
You know what? I haven't really thought of the answer for that. But my answer, anytime somebody says why, I say, why not? Why not? People say, why are you in a good mood, Alberto? ¿Por qué estás de buen humor? I say, why not? Why not? What other option do you have? You can be in a good mood or be in a bad mood. Okay, so, Raquel, let's take a look at this. Now remember, the construction is always with ing, okay? Now, let's try and do a few translations with this, okay? No sirve de nada fingir.
There is no point in faking.
Okay, faking is good, but also pretending. Fingir is to pretend, to pretend. Now be careful because a lot of people make a mistake with this and they say, ¿qué pretendes hacer? Or ¿qué pretendes decir? This is not fingir, pretend. This is, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to do? ¿Qué pretendes? So trying to do something es pretender. Fingir is to pretend in English. So give me one more time. No sirve de nada fingir.
There is no point in pretending.
Yes. Ask me.
Is there any point in pretending?
You're great. Give yourself another 5 points. I want another 5 points. Give yourself an extra 10 points. Give yourself 10 points too, for no reason. Just give yourself 10 points. Okay? Now, the important thing that Raquel said is that when we do this, in the question, we have to put any. Is there any point in pretending? Okay, so perfect. You got the any in the questions, right? Okay, let's try another one, okay? No sirve de nada ir a la universidad si no estás dispuesto a estudiar mucho.
There is no point in going to the university if you're not willing to study very hard.
Yes, okay. Ask me, Raquel.
Is there any point in going to the university if you're not willing to study very hard?
No, there's no point in going to the university. Now we have two options. We can say there is no point in going to the university, or there isn't any point in going to the university. Okay, you can say it both. You can say it with the verb to be in the negative using any, the same construction as the question.
I see.
Right? Okay, so there isn't any point. And do you think there's any point in going to the university if you're not willing to study?
Not really.
Not really, because the university can be very expensive, right? And if you're going there and you're not studying, well, you're wasting your money, right? Okay, all right, very good. Okay, right, let's try another one here, okay? No sirve de nada ir en coche al trabajo con esta nevada.
There is no point in going to work by car in this snow.
In this snow, sure, okay. Now, going to work by car, there's an easier way to say it. What is it?
There is no point in going to work.
Okay. There's no point in going to work. This is a good. I'll remember that next time I call you and say, Raquel, you said that there's no point in going to work. Okay, so that's a good thing. I'm going to remember that one. I'll tell my boss. There's no point in going to work. Okay, then you won't pay your mortgage. Okay, all right. So there's no point in driving. Okay, ir en coche is to
by
drive,
car.
right? And you don't need to put by car unless you have a bus license. Do you have a?
No.
Okay, so. It's not necessary. Ir en coche is to drive, right? We just have one verb for the whole expression in Spanish. So give it to me one more time. No sirve de nada ir en coche al trabajo con esta nevada.
There is no point in driving to work with this snow.
Yeah, ask me.
Is there any point in going to work? Well, is there any point in driving to work with this snow?
Okay, no. There's no point in driving to work in this snow. It's not worth it. What is this? It's not worth it.
No merece la pena.
No merece la pena. It's not worth it. Yeah, of course. Why isn't it worth it to drive to work in the snow? Why is there no point in driving to work in the snow?
Because maybe you're not going to get to work, you're going to be stuck, you're going to get furious,
Yeah, sure.
and you won't be able to go back home.
Right, right. And then you'll be stuck at work. Imagine that. What would you do if you were stuck at work one night, overnight, Raquel? What would you do because of a snowstorm?
I'll try to have fun with people from work.
Okay, organize a party in the office, right? Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, let's try another one. No sirve de nada gritar. Nadie te oye.
There is no point in shouting. No one can listen to you.
Okay, listen to is more. What is the difference between listen to and hear? What is the difference, Raquel? Raquel of the river.
Listen is when you're talking to somebody and they are listening to you.
But you
Well,
can't use the word in the
word-
definition.
Okay, when you're talking to somebody
Okay.
and they are talking to you. Back.
Okay. I'll give you one of them is active and one of them is inactive. Tell me now.
Who is the active?
Yeah, hearing is either inactive or active, and listening is active or inactive.
Hearing, I say hearing is not active.
Yes, hearing is inactive. If I'm hearing something, it doesn't mean I'm paying attention. It doesn't mean I care. Maybe I'm hearing the noise in the street. Maybe I'm hearing the baby crying next door. I'm not paying attention. To listen to is what I tell my students to do. Listen to me and you will improve, right? So you see the difference? Listen to, active. You have to make an effort. You have to pay attention. Hearing, something we do every day without trying, right? Not pretending, without trying, right? Okay, did you know the difference between the two?
Now that you explain it, yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so let's try it this way. No sirve de nada gritar, nadie te oye.
There is no point in shouting. No one can hear you.
Yeah, nobody can hear you. This is a perfect example if you're in the desert, right? If you're in the middle of the desert, there's no point in shouting because nobody can hear you. Ask me.
Is there any point in shouting?
No, there's no point in shouting. I think things need to be discussed at a normal level. There's no point in shouting ever, okay? Do you think there's any point in shouting?
It depends.
It depends. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were telling me before about shouting. Don't get on Raquel's bad side. Yes, she's sweet. Yes, she's charming. But don't get on her bad side or else. Is this true?
Not that much.
Not that much. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to try and stay on your good side, Raquel. I'm going to try and stay on your good side. Okay? Let's try a few with the negative of the is. There isn't any point. So we said there's no point in. Let's try there isn't any point in. Okay? Let's see. No sirve de nada hacerte ilusiones.
There isn't any point in being hopeful.
Okay, and being hopeful is okay, but there's a more native way that we say hacerte ilusiones. Yeah? We say to get your hopes up.
Okay.
Okay? Es subir
see.
las
Esperanzas.
Exactly, if you translate it, to get your hopes up. Right? Now, again, I wanted to talk this word get. We said get to the point. This word get we love, okay? So if you don't use the word get now, get used to it, okay? Get into it. Put it into your vocabulary because natives love the word get. Don't get me wrong, no me malinterpretes, but you have to get used to it. Tienes que acostumbrarte a ello. All right? Are you used to using get?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, we're going to work on get in another class. Don't you worry, okay? We'll do it in another class. Okay, so let's try this with to get your hopes up. Hacerte ilusiones, okay? No sirve de nada hacerte ilusiones.
There isn't any point in getting your hopes up.
Yes, there isn't any point in getting your hopes up. Ask me.
Is there any point in getting your hopes up?
It depends. I think you have to be realistic. You want to be idealistic, but you have to be realistic. Do you agree?
I do agree.
Okay, there's some times when there is a point in it, but there are other times when there is no point in getting your hopes up. All right? All right, very good. No sirve de nada participar. No tenemos ni la más remota posibilidad.
Okay. There isn't any point in participating.
Okay.
We haven't got any possibility.
Okay, we haven't got any possibility. Again, now this is okay. People will understand you, but then there's always the most native way to say something where it's just, this is what we say 9 times out of 10. Okay, and this is, we don't stand a chance. No hay posibilidad remota is we don't stand a chance. Okay, and now also you said before, in participar, in participating. Do you know a different way to say this?
Participating.
Okay, to take
Be
part.
a part. Okay.
To take part, right? So try it with this new vocabulary. To take part, and we don't stand a chance. No tenemos la más remota posibilidad, right? Okay, so I'll repeat the sentence for you, okay? No sirve de nada participar. No tenemos ni la más remota posibilidad.
There isn't any point in taking part. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. First part's
Second
fine.
part.
Yeah?
We don't stand a chance.
Perfect. Okay, we don't stand a chance. Okay, ask me what this reminds me of.
What does it remind you of?
It reminds me of the American soccer or football team. Unfortunately, it reminds me of them because we participate in all the World Cups, but we take part in all the World Cups, but we never get too far. So what can you do? Okay, another one, Raquel. No servirá, okay, the future, no servirá de nada levantarnos temprano mañana. El tráfico será horrible a primera hora.
Okay.
Okay, let's try one part at a time. No servirá de nada levantarnos temprano mañana.
There is no point in getting up early tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. Okay, el tráfico será horrible a primera hora.
The traffic will be horrible first thing in the morning.
First thing, give yourself another 5 points, okay? Now remember, a primera hora is not at first hour. It's not. It doesn't translate. It's what Raquel said. First thing in the morning. A primera hora. First thing in the morning. Good, very good, very good. Okay, now we're going to move on. I want to identify a few different parts over here. Okay, Raquel, what are these? These things here.
Your hands.
Okay, what am I doing with my hands?
Clapping.
You are clapping. You are clapping. Okay, these are my hands, and I'm clapping with my hands. Raquel, what are these things on the tips of
These
my
are your nails.
Okay, these, no, those, right?
Those are
yours
your
are
nails.
these.
These are mine.
Those are yours. These are mine. These are my nails. Absolutely. Okay, and what are these things?
Your fingers.
Those are
your fingers.
Especially because you made a mistake. Okay, so what are these?
Those are your fingers.
These are my fingers. Absolutely. Okay, what is this?
That is your palm.
Okay, this is the palm of my hand. Now remember, in English we only have 10 fingers. In Spanish, you have 20 fingers. What do you call the fingers? Well, the fingers down on your feet.
Toes.
Toes, right? So you have 10 fingers and 10 toes in English. Okay, good. Now, what is this, Raquel?
Wrist.
This is my wrist. And this?
That is your thumb.
This is my thumb. This is my thumb with a B, a silent B at the end. This is my thumb. And this one?
Index?
This is my index or my pointer.
Pointer.
It goes back to this thing to point, okay? This is my pointer or my index. This one between, I won't put it up, this one between these two.
That one is your heart finger.
Okay, my heart or my middle finger.
Okay.
Okay, it's not the most polite one. If you notice, I'm putting it between the others because I don't want to insult anybody, okay? And this one, Raquel, which is this one? Ask me.
Which finger is that one?
Okay, well, what do you put on this finger?
Ring finger.
There it is. This is your ring finger. This is your ring finger. And this one?
Baby finger.
The baby finger. This is your pinky. Your pinky.
Okay,
this is
that's
your
nice.
pinky right here.
Pinky.
Okay. Now, what does this mean? Because I'm going to introduce something else. What are these here? What are these?
Nudillos.
Nudillos. Your Spanish is perfect. Your Spanish is perfect. Nudillos in English, little knots, no. Nudillos, right? These are in English are called knuckles. It starts with a K, okay? And the K is silent. So these are my knuckles. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Stretching your knuckles.
Cracking.
Cracking.
I am cracking my knuckles. Okay, now you're saying, why are we looking at your hand and your parts of your body? Because the word I wanted to introduce today is to knuckle down. To knuckle down. So all of that explanation was just to get to this part of the fingers, which is called the
Knuckles.
the knuckles. And the verb we're going to look at is to
You said knuckle down.
knuckle down. Absolutely. Now, what does this mean, to knuckle down?
I don't have a clue.
I'm going to give it to you in context then.
Okay, good.
My students tell me all the time, Alberto, I want to start getting serious. Okay, I want to start getting serious, and I want to knuckle down and start studying my English. What does this mean? I want to knuckle down.
Take something seriously.
Yes. To take something seriously. Ponerse a hacer algo en serio is to knuckle down. To knuckle down, okay? All right, and we use this construction here. We put to knuckle down on something. So let's try this. ¿Cuándo te vas a poner a estudiar en serio?
When are you going to knuckle down to study?
Yes, when are you going to knuckle down to study? Now you can say it two ways. When are you going to knuckle down to study, or when are you going to knuckle down and study? Right? Okay.
I
A good way to remember this, Raquel. Have you ever done any push-ups?
Push-ups, like
Yeah, push-ups, presiones, right? In Spanish.
Yes, I have.
Okay, well, if you think about it, if you're starting to get serious about your health, you can do push-ups, and you're starting to get serious. It's a good way to remember to knuckle down. Your knuckles are down, you're getting serious, you're exercising. What is the phrasal verb for exercise?
Take up exercise.
To work out.
Oh.
To work out means to do exercise. Okay, let's try another one, Raquel. Okay, me está costando ponerme a repasar en serio para el examen.
It is very difficult to
knuckle down.
It is very difficult to knuckle down to revise for my exam.
Okay, to revise or to review for the exam. Okay, it's difficult to knuckle down. Okay, so if you say to someone also, let's try this one. Tengo que ponerme a preparar en serio este informe.
I really have to knuckle down and prepare my report.
Yes, okay, to knuckle down. Okay, ask me.
Do you really have to knuckle down and prepare your report?
Yes, I have to knuckle down and prepare my student reports, my student evaluations. Don't worry, I'm going to give you a good evaluation. Okay, all right?
I hope so.
Yeah, I will, don't worry, don't worry. You can bribe me if you want. What is this, bribe? Sobornar. To bribe, to bribe. Okay, well, let's take a look. We looked at today to knuckle down, okay? I hope you're going to start to knuckle down and study English as much as you should. Because, let's be honest, are you really knuckling down right now? Are they? Do you think they're knuckling down and studying?
I think they will.
You think they will, but do you think they are?
Yes. Why
Yeah,
not?
She's giving you the benefit of the doubt. She's giving you the benefit of the doubt. Well, I hope that you knuckle down to study as much as possible, because your progress doesn't depend on me. I can help you. I can guide you. But your progress depends on you. So please, knuckle down and study as much as possible. There's no secret. That's it. Just put time into it and you will get better. I promise. Isn't that true, Raquel?
It is true.
Okay, well, Raquel, our time is winding down, okay? We're running out of time. So, it's that time. I know, don't get sad. You at home, don't get depressed. It's fine. But it's time to say goodbye, okay? Thank you so much for joining us once again on Rumbo al Inglés. I'm Alberto Alonso with the lovely Raquel Del Rio. Say goodbye to everyone, Raquel.
Goodbye.
We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves.